Hello traders, investors, and cryptocurrency fans. Welcome to our channel, where we bring you in-depth analysis, breaking news, and reliable projections about the blockchain universe, Web3, and digital money trends. Today, we will talk about the listing of the Home token on Binance and the US $200 million airdrop that is generating controversy in the market. Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, announced on June 12, 2024, the listing of the Home token, part of the DeFi App project, a platform described by the exchange as a decentralized SuperApps. Alongside the listing, Binance revealed a $200 million airdrop of Home tokens aimed at users holding BNB Binance Coin in the platform essay yield-generating products such as BNB Simple Earn or on-chain yields. This initiative is part of Binance's Hodler airdrop program, which now includes 22 projects, reinforcing the exchange's commitment to rewarding engaged BNB holders. The $200 million allocation represents 2% of Home's total supply, with 200 million tokens distributed retroactively based on user activity between June 16th and 9th. While the move aims to accelerate Home's adoption and integrate it into the DeFi ecosystem, it raises questions about market dynamics and risks for investors. Is this incentive strategy enough to establish Home as a meaningful asset, or is it just another speculative project among Binance's long list of altcoin listings? To answer this, we must analyze the DeFi app's fundamentals, the airdrop mechanics, and the token's post-listing price action. Additionally, Binance's decision to launch Home in pairs with USDT, USDC, BNB, FDUSD, and TRI suggests an effort to facilitate liquidity and attract traders from diverse regions, particularly emerging markets where fiat currencies like the real BRL and the Turkish lira TRI dominate. Airdrop mechanics and DeFi apps technology, innovation or replication. To qualify for the Home airdrop, users needed to interact with BNB yield products between June 6th and 9th and complete identity verification (KYC) in approved jurisdictions. The automatic distribution of tokens to eligible users' spot accounts reflects Binance's strategy to incentivize the use of native platform assets such as BNB, which trades at 670 per unit and sits 17% below its all-time high, ATH of 793. The DeFi app, promoted by Binance as a decentralized super app, claims to enable gas-free cross-chain transactions without relying on centralized bridges, while maintaining full token custody for users. Since its launch, the app has processed $15 billion in trading volume and attracted 400,000 users, according to Binance. Its technology, promising interoperability without intermediaries, resembles projects like Wormhole and Layer Zero, but with a user-centric approach. However, critics question whether the solution is truly innovative or merely an adaptation of existing protocols. The allocation of 45% of the token supply to the community and ecosystem and 10% to private market investors also sparks debates over centralization and fairness in token distribution. Furthermore, the token S price dropped to 0.13, a 32% decline in 24 hours after listing, suggests market skepticism about the Project S intrinsic value despite Binance S backing. This reflects a common airdrop pattern. Initial hype followed by correction as traders sell for quick profits. Binance's strategies, geographic expansion, and altcoin liquidity. The Home listing is part of a broader strategic push by Binance to strengthen its position in an increasingly competitive market. Recently, the exchange launched the Altcoin Liquidity Boost program, offering reduced fees and discounts to liquidity providers for alternative assets, aiming to boost volume in altcoin trading pairs. Additionally, Binance signed a memorandum of understanding with Kyrgyzstan's National Investment Agency, seeking to foster the digital asset ecosystem in Central Asia. Another notable partnership was with Bhutan, where the exchange will collaborate on a national tourism payment system using crypto. These moves highlight a clear strategy: geographic expansion and service diversification to maintain dominance amid rising competition from decentralized exchanges, DEXs, like Uniswap and SushiSwap. The hodler airdrop program, now featuring 22 projects, also serves as a marketing tool to attract new users, offering tangible rewards to those already utilizing BNB yield products. However, home price volatility post-listing, a 32% drop, underscores the risks of betting on projects with limited history or clear utility. Meanwhile, BNB remains in an uptrend, trading at $664 at the time of writing, near its ATH. The correlation between BNB ASAID's performance and new project approvals on Binance suggests the exchange remains a key catalyst for the crypto ecosystem, even amid stricter regulations across jurisdictions. Market reaction and Home's dynamics, the FOMO FUD cycle. Despite Binance's optimistic announcement, the market reacted with skepticism, sending Home plunging 32% within 24 hours of listing to $0.13. And this movement illustrates the classic FOMO, fear of missing out, and FUD, fear, uncertainty, doubt, cycle many altcoins face after gaining exposure on major exchanges. Initially, the airdrop news generated excitement, drawing traders seeking free token rewards. However, the lack of clear utility for Home, combined with profit-taking by early adopters, triggered the sharp correction. The pattern mirrors past cases like BNB Coin, which surged 1,000% in a week after being listed on Binance in 2023, but lost 80% of its value within months. For DeFi App, the challenge now is to prove its technical merit and attract developers and users to build on its infrastructure. Binance, in turn, faces criticism over its opaque listing criteria, as projects with limited innovation or prior adoption often gain prominence on its platform. The retroactive token distribution, while well-intentioned, may not sustain long-term interest unless the Home ecosystem evolves rapidly. Moreover, the allocation of 10% of the supply to private investors and reliance on decentralized bridges, already targeted in attacks on other projects, heighten risks for token holders. The core question remains: does Home have the potential to become a critical DeFi infrastructure layer, or will it fade into obscurity like countless altcoins before it? Regulatory implications and the future of airdrops on Binance. Binance's decision to launch the Home airdrop comes amid heightened global regulatory scrutiny, particularly in the US, where the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, has intensified investigations into exchanges and crypto projects, including Home in the hodler airdrop program, which rewards users for holding BNB in yield products, could be seen as a way to bypass legal restrictions, as tokens are distributed retroactively without direct costs to users. However, regulators may scrutinize whether Home qualifies as a security, requiring compliance with securities laws. Binance, already facing legal challenges in multiple jurisdictions, must balance innovation with regulatory adherence to avoid harsher penalties. Another critical issue is the impact of airdrops on liquidity and volatility. Projects like SHIB and PP demonstrate that free token distributions can generate short-term leverage but often lead to broad sell-offs once trading begins. For investors, The lesson is clear. Airdrops can present opportunities, but require rigorous analysis of the underlying project and team. By acting as an arbiter of which projects deserve attention, Binance risks being perceived as a centralized entity, contradicting the decentralized ethos of DeFi. The future of airdrops and Binance's listing strategy will depend on its ability to maintain leadership while safeguarding its regulatory credibility. Conclusion: is Home worth the hype? Investor strategies and ecosystem outlook. The listing of Home on Binance and the $200 million airdrop highlight both opportunities and risks for investors. Optimists argue that Home represents a new frontier in DeFi, offering bridge-free cross-chain transactions and decentralized custody, features that could attract developers and users seeking efficient solutions. The retroactive distribution to BNB holders also reinforces the appeal of Binance's native coin, incentivizing its retention in yield products. However, Home's 32% price collapse post-listing signals market doubts about its utility and sustainability. Long-term investors should focus on metrics like transaction volume, assets under management, AUM, and D-App adoption to gauge the ecosystem's health. Short-term traders might find arbitrage and scalping opportunities, but face elevated risks due to volatility and thin historical data. Meanwhile, Binance must continue innovating to retain relevance in an increasingly fragmented market where DEXs and regulation are reshaping the landscape. For our channel's audience, the takeaway is clear. Opportunities arise constantly, but they demand research and discipline. If you believe in DeFi App's potential, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for real-time updates and join our live streams where we dive deep into charts, news, and blockchain trends. Remember, crypto investing requires study, discipline, and patience. BNB might be a promising bet, but always assess your risk profile before acting. Until next time, and may the market treat your trades kindly.